I've slowed down a little bit. But this wall is a tribute to my deceased wife. This is our life in pictures. It actually goes back a little bit before, it goes back when I was just a kid. I saw one of you holding a book, Don and His Cars. In that book is going to be a story about me moving the bricks. And there's a picture that my dad took of me the next day after moving that dump truck load of bricks. You can see my hands are pretty, had no gloves on. And I wore a little red wagon completely out to the wheel came off of it. But I moved those bricks with my mother screaming the whole time, "The baby can't do it. The baby." I never thought of myself as a baby. There's the baby right there. This is March 1934. I'm 2 years and 2 months old. And there's my little brother who was born December the 30th, 1933. And I remember the day in vivid detail as I was in the room. Oh. And the poor old lady that was there, the midwife, Miss Jellison, my mom, the water broke. I didn't know what she was talking about at the time. She said, "Run down and tell Miss Jellison to call Dr. Dyer. I'm going to have the baby." And she had told me that the stomach, there was a baby in there, you know. And so I'm in the room. This is like a one-room little house. And they took all the bedclothes off the bed and put newspapers on the bed, lots of newspapers. And Mom got up on the bed with no clothes on, naturally. And Miss Jellison was heating water and getting towels and everything. And I'm nervous. I don't know what's happening. You know, I know it's serious because of having to get the doctor. And I have my little rocker, and I'm just rocking right. And Miss Jellison would take me to the other side of the room. And the minute she would go back toward the kitchen, I'd move the rocker back to the bed. And finally, it got so hectic that she couldn't mess with me anymore. She just had to let me be. But it was quite a deal, and because of, you know, what happens during one of those occasions, it really is in my mind, real vivid. But you can see my expression on my face. I was a little tough guy, and but my dad said that I could do it. And what had happened, this dump truck had put this load of bricks about from here to that van, that white van, from where they were supposed to be, where he was going to build the fireplace. But it was afraid to come in there because it was low land and it had been raining, and they only paid like $3 for the load of bricks, and to come in there and get stuck could cost as much as $5 for the wrecker to come, you know, and that would be a total loss. So my mother's screaming, "No, put them here, they got to come over here," and he didn't pay no attention to her. Well, here's a good picture of her, what she looked like. This is a few years later. There's the little brother right there, and that's me. And that's a sack dress. That dress was made from feed sack material and bare feet, you know. Men didn't pay much attention to women like in that kind of condition. Anyway, I met my wife at the beach, took her to her high school graduation. Here's where I announced to the family I was going to marry her. The mother's not the least bit happy. The dad smiled a little bit. Oh yeah, she wanted her to work for the government and get a pension, early pension, and not get married, because that's what she wanted to do. And she ended up getting married and never did get to be anything special. There's my first drag race with my car. It's painted chartreuse here. We recreated this car and painted it the way I liked it the best. Over here you can see it's a Chrysler Maroon. And her and I built this car together. Here's the 39 with the Chrysler engine in it. That's the day that I figured out when I drove this down the quarter mile, it was almost as fast as the flathead dragster. That's when I decided to put the engine into here. Here's my first top eliminator trophy. That isn't even me accepting, one of my buddies accepting this trophy. my first big NHRA went, all of this